Alright, cool dudes, welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to be doing a video kind of about my day, but a little bit of kind of just basically like psychoanalyzing myself, kind of just a little bit of my thoughts here. I got off work early today. I had like a half day or even like a quarter day. I was only there for like 2 hours. Did some cleaning. Didn't have to mow the lawn because it didn't really grow this week that much because they haven't turned the irrigation on. That's a different story. I don't want to really go too much into that. So I got off early and I said, wow, it's fucking hot as hell out. I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to turn my brain off and I'm going to enjoy it. And I really couldn't turn off my brain at all. And I was just kind of it was like, I don't know if anyone's ever went to a movie at a movie theater and you just sit there and you think about your problems. I've actually never had that really happen, maybe once, but I've heard other people have that. That's basically what this was. I couldn't really turn off my brain. I couldn't really live in the moment. I was kind of having a little bit of hard time just winding down and kind of just loosening up. And I guess that's why a lot of people bring drinks to the beach or bring pot to the beach, is they just kind of unwind that way. I don't want to do that. I kind of want to just keep on the sobriety train and just kind of learn just to kind of turn down a bit by myself. But kind of what kind of set the mood to that was when I was pulling into the beach parking lot. There's a new building being built, and there's some guys operating a crane. There's some people doing a cement pour, and I just drove by that and I'm like, man, I feel like a fucking loser right now. Like, I don't know how to pump concrete. I don't know how to operate a crane. I don't have any of those skills. And I kind of was jealous of those guys. I had a day off. I went to the beach, and I would rather be in that moment, at least, because I mean, not all the time obviously, but in that moment I'd rather be operating that crane. I'd rather be fucking doing all that cool building shit, like Bob the Builder ass shit, than just laying at the beach. And I couldn't unwind and I couldn't relax at the beach. I felt like I should have been with those guys doing work, even like grunt work, doing like a wheelbarrow thing, which I've done before. But I mean, that's just kind of what my psychology was. I kind of just wanted to be doing that job there. I kind of looked at him for a little bit. Seemed like everyone was having, I don't know if I would say it a good time, but there's some guys kind of lounging, having a smoke break. There's some guys cutting some wood. Kind of seemed like they're all in like this team effort together. They're all kind of on the same level of consciousness or whatever. They're in the moment. They're doing something positive for society. Crane going up and down. Like, that must be a hard job to get. Like, because you probably have to be working in construction for a decade and know all the right guys to be put on the crane. Like, there's definitely a hierarchy and competition for that. Like, you can't just walk up to like a construction site and just say, hey, asshole, I'm the fucking crane guy now and you can suck my ass. It doesn't really work that way. But man, that's a fucking, like, that's like, you probably make like, I think it's like $120,000 a year doing crane work like that too. And you're not even really laboring hard. You're gonna just pulling these levers and stuff, and then you have the guy kind of up top spotting it. It looked fun, man. Like, I'm not trying to discredit saying like the guy's just doing lever work. Like, he has had to work his way up to do that. But anyways, this isn't a criticism of work. I'm not going to go into stories of me doing landscaping and not being allowed to go on the excavator because some guy knew the owner or whatever, and do all this kind of left-wing complaint. This kind of just made me feel like a loser. Like, I should be doing this shit. But anyways, I don't have the work experience. I've applied to jobs like this in the past. Right out of high school, I dropped off dozens of resumes to concreting places, to mills, lumber mills that have actually closed now. So it's not like they could have gave me a job anyways, because they're slowly going out of business. And then we can get into politics about that, about globalism, and China's lumber is probably cheaper, and you you can go all day back and forth on this, but I just felt like an idiot kind of driving by, seeing these guys work. And like I'm doing like cleaning most of the time. Sometimes I'm doing a little bit of drywalling. I'm doing like the lawn mowing, a little bit security here and there, which I feel like an asshole every time I do anything security related, because who the fuck am I to tell some skateboarders they can't be there, some guy that's fucking has no job prospects whatsoever, and he's fucking basically dying, and you got to move these guys around and give them like this march of death. Like the amount of, like, I've never had a problem finding a job. There's always been work for me, and I've always found a job. I've always at least maintained something part-time, but nothing where it's an actual skilled trade. I've never really been fortunate enough to get my foot in the door that way. And maybe it's something I'll work up to, and you got to keep trying, and then you get lucky. A lot of it's on me too. Like, I have weird eating habits. I have a lot of baggage from my childhood. So it's not like I'm going to just completely lag on society here, but the point of what I'm trying to say is I drove by those guys. It seemed like it'd be fun to be a part of that. It seemed like it'd be rewarding to be a part of that. And it kind of put a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, because got off work early, and cleaning isn't like the most manly job. And then I was just kind of lounging at the beach by myself. I kind of felt like a loser. And I guess if you look at it as in terms of like society's hierarchy and achievements, and you look at it through that way, which majority of people do, people that are on this channel are going to tend to be on my side a little bit more. But like, if you ask like a guy who's working like 50 hours a week doing concrete and crane work, like, if I'm a loser, he's gonna say, yeah, that guy's a loser. And there's some truth to that, and I gotta bear that. But I'm also trying, and I'm also doing my job. But that kind of was my thought going into the beach. No one cared. Like, none of those guys were roasting me. I was kind of standing by watching them do their thing, and like, they seemed like good guys. And then there's other guys my age who had their day off as well that were there, and there's a lot of beach bums that were drinking and smoking pot. So like, I'm not as big of a loser in terms of that as several other people at the beach. And then there's lots of like trust fund baby people at the beach that were just kind of like daddy boat type thing, that I view those people as a bigger loser. But I'm not trying to judge other people. I'm not trying to say that I'm better or worse than anyone. I just psychologically, like, just kind of analyzing myself a bit, overthinking probably. That kind of was what I was just kind of, that was in my head during most of the time where I was trying to just tan and relax, is I was thinking like, those guys look pretty cool. The job looks pretty cool. I would want to be doing something like that. I don't know what else to elaborate on that. But to get into my beach tanning and relaxation attempt, I was at the beach probably 2 hours. I got a bit of a base tan going, partially from that, partially from my hikes and my lawn mowing at the one job that I do mow the lawns. The other maintenance guy was supposed to turn the irrigation on. He hasn't, so that lawn is dying like crazy, and it pisses me off when somebody fucking drops the ball like that. But yeah, so anyways, there's a lot of attractive women in bikinis there, and I was like, holy fuck, this is cool to look at that. But then again, you don't want to look too much, and you don't want to be the fucking guy who's at the beach by himself looking at people's asses. You don't want to be that guy. But man, my fucking god, man, you want to just walk up to some of them and just say, hey, how's it going? I'm a fucking guy. I am an unskilled laborer, and I just want to fucking hang out with you. How about that? But you can't do that. And that also sucked, and that was also in the back of my head. Then I guess I'm just going to review my time at the beach, if that even makes any sense to do, which it doesn't, but it does. There's a couple families. There's some people that I think they were migrant workers speaking Spanish. There's a couple homeless guys that were just drinking. A couple guys, maybe 21, 22, kind of college, maybe throwing footballs around, typical beach stuff. I couldn't really find my way into any of those kind of circles. I didn't see any other like single guy other than the beach bums smoking weed that were just there themselves. Like there's a couple dads with their kids, maybe single dads throwing footballs and stuff like that. So I kind of just felt like a loser when I was there the whole time. I didn't feel like I would fit in anywhere. I was in my head. I was thinking about it. Didn't really have a good time, but I did enjoy the sun. I need vitamin D. The winter's here, very cloudy, very depressing. You need to soak up the sun as much as you can in the spring and summer. It's going to be dry as fuck. I think in another 2 months, maybe even a month, the fucking air is just going to be smoke from wildfires like crazy. So I got to do this now. And that puts more pressure on it. You got to have the most fun when you can. Then you're like fucking sitting there, well, I got to have so much fucking fun right now. Fuck, because this fucking forest fires are going to start and then it's not going to be fun anymore. So I'm just fucking sitting there in my head about this work thing, about these fucking women that I can't look at because they're going to think I'm a perv, and then I got to try to enjoy it before the wildfire season starts, and I'm just fucking sitting there for like 2 hours just in my head, and it was fucking crazy, man. It was fucking crazy. So that was my day. Not completely the end of the day. I'm going to do some more stuff. I got to do some dishes probably. This dishwasher I thought was going to be a godsend, but not necessarily that way. I might try a vinegar rinse or something. It's been leaving spots, so I've still been hand washing the dishes, even though I put in a new dishwasher and I paid for the dishwasher, and now I'm still washing them by hand. So crazy bobazy whippity-daisy. So anyways, that's what I got for now. I'm going to do an ASMR video later, and I'm going to do one more video, and I'm just going to kind of cue these throughout the week. And a lot of people are tuning into this channel, so that's definitely a big positive of my life right now, is people that are actually hearing me talk, listening to my opinions, my views, my reviews. My ASMR is helping people relax, fall asleep, unwind. Some people are finding some of the jokes that I say in my ASMR videos funny. They're laughing, so I'm kind of serving a bit of a purpose through this channel, which is nice. It's kind of one of the things that I've been attempting to do in my life, is kind of try to be like a good cell, not a cancer cell. I've made videos on that, being a responsible adult now. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope that it's not like a big shit show where you're at. It could be like there's a lot of shit shows going on right now. Like somebody potentially could even be watching this from the Ukraine front or something, or a VPN, and they're in like North Korea or something. Like, you know, if that's the case, try to find your peace somehow and try to find something positive in your life and cling to it, because you got to find something positive and cling to it. Otherwise, it's just shit. Anyways, best wishes to everybody. Thanks for checking out my channel. I love you all. I wish everyone the best, and God bless you and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm probably going to go to the beach again on the weekend, and hopefully it's better. But today wasn't the best. Peace out.